Good morning, Prospect. I want to talk to you about outreach. And this is my thinking about outreach today. You know the story in Matthew where it says that the nations will be judged and feed the hungry, clothe the naked, visit the sick and those in prison. But in Luke chapter 3, there is this little bit where John encounters the Pharisees. You children of snakes, who warned you to escape from the angry judgment that is coming? Produce fruit that shows that you have changed your hearts and your lives. And don't even think about saying to yourself, Abraham is our father. I tell you that God is able to raise up children of Abraham from the very stones. The axe is already at the root of the tree. Therefore, every tree that doesn't produce good fruit will be chopped down and tossed into the fire. The crowd asked him, what should we do? John answered, whoever has 2 shirts must share with the one who has none, and whoever has food must do the same. Even tax collectors came to be baptized, saying to him, Teacher, what should we do? John replied, collect no more than you are authorized to collect. And the soldiers who came to be baptized asked, what about us? What should we do? Don't cheat or harass anyone, and be satisfied with your pay. I have experienced in my life, and I'm sure you have, that there are people who are quite willing to throw money at things. And they're very sincere and they mean to do well. They will donate to provide food to starving children in Africa or India. When I was a little boy, it was China. And the truth of the matter is that sometimes we miss what is needed. Jesus said, if you have 2 shirts, share with the one who has none. And if you have food, share with the one who doesn't have food. Sometimes I think the church wants to share food with people whose father's a butcher. Or they want to buy clothes for people whose father is a tailor. I'm a fan of the old TV show MASH. And there is an episode of MASH. The title of it is Death Takes a Holiday, and there are 2 storylines going on. One of them, though, involves Major Winchester. And he receives some very snobby food. One of them is a tin of smoked oysters, which is an acquired taste. But he also receives a large box of chocolates. And Major Winchester, in secret, delivers these chocolates to the local orphanage. And in Korea, during the Korean War, there were a lot of orphans. And he explains that it is a tradition in his family to deliver these chocolates on Christmas Eve to families who don't have enough. The storyline goes on, and the bottom line is, towards the end of the show, Major Winchester sees Rizzo eating some of his chocolate, and he becomes enraged, and he confronts the manager of the orphanage. And the manager of the orphanage said, Major, your story touched my heart, and this chocolate would have brightened their eyes for a few moments. But on the black market, it brought enough money to feed them for 3 months. I apologize if I did not fulfill your wishes. And Major Winchester is just dumbfounded because he had never thought about the fact that these children don't have anything to eat. And he says it is not right to give children dessert who haven't had a meal. One of the things that we have to do at Prospect is we have to take a good look at the community that we live in and ask ourselves, what does this community need? Now, it may very well be that this community might need chocolate. I doubt it, but it is always possible. But it is always wrong to give children dessert who have not had a meal. So as we move forward and we come out of the coronavirus insanity, let's make sure that we are meeting the need that exists, not the need that we remember or the need that we'd like to fill, but the need of the community that we exist in. And then we will be doing the good and perfect will of our Lord Jesus Christ. Prospect, there are a lot of things that are going to be different this year. My wish for you is that each and every one of you would be the agent of God's will for somebody this year. Have a wonderful weekend.